the Internationals in beautiful Gainesville, Florida, and I'm standing here with Ron Kammes. Ron, how many years have you been in racing?
This is my 9th year in racing, Dick.
And have you always been racing in this particular class?
I've been in super gas now for 7 years.
Is that right? And you're in the sportsman class, what they call sportsman. That means you race professionally, but you also work for a living, probably.
Right. I own an auto and truck repair business out 30 miles west of Chicago.
Okay. And you work on motorhomes, RVs,
yes,
large trucks, cars, diesel engines, gasoline engines, and the whole thing.
Correct, yes.
So you have a lot of experience in the automotive industry.
Well, yeah, for about 14 years at that location, right.
Well, tell us a little bit about your car. What is it? What kind of car is this?
Well, this is a 1981 Camaro that we run in super gas. Of course, it's been modified, fiberglass front end and doors, and the wing on the back and everything like that.
Tell me a little bit about the engine in this car.
The engine is a small block Chevrolet. It's 364 cubic inches. It's generated 630 horse on a dyno, and runs the number of 990 with no problem.
Fantastic. Well, now in racing, of course, we always want to go faster, and we're looking for more dependability and reliability.
Right.
I'm sure you've experimented with a lot of different products and lubricants and additives.
I have through the years, yes, and the one that we've been using now for the 3rd year, of course, is the Extra Lube, which has worked out very well. Extra Lube we've used on in the crankcase oil now for the last 3 years, and we are using the same rod and main bearings now for the 3rd consecutive year. My engine rebuilder called me the first year that I used the product, and he said, "Ron, we got a problem with the bearings." And I went over there and I said, "What's the matter?" And he said, "We got all this gold color that the bearings are worn out." And I said, "No, it can't be." So we mic'd the bearings, and they came out. They were actually as good, if not better, than brand new.
That's incredible. Now, when you say mic'd, it's like they took a micrometer and measured the surfaces on the bearing to see how consistent it was.
Correct. They used the ball mic for that, and the surfaces were perfect, so we put them right back in the engine.
Virtually no variance whatsoever.
Right.
And so now you're on your 3rd season and on the same set of bearings?
Right. And I leave the starting line at 6,000 RPMs. I shift at 7,200, and I go through the lights at 8.
That's
so
incredible.
That's beating on it pretty hard.
Now, tell me, a super gas engine, how many years can you normally expect to get without rebuilding an engine and replacing the bearings?
Well, we normally, before I use the product, I replace the bearings every year. We freshen them up every year.
Yeah.
But every winter now, I just put them back in.
Fantastic. Now, you use some of the other products too. Tell me a little bit about the diesel additive.
The diesel additive works real well. We have found out that we get a lot less smoke on the road because the fuel you buy as you're going across the country, you get different types of fuel and usually get a lot of smoke. This has cut down on the smoke. We picked up our mileage almost 1 mile to the gallon.
My gosh, that's incredible. Now, how about the gas additive? We have a gasoline additive called Mix-A-Go. You've had some experience with that as well in your motorhome?
Right. Normally, we run a diesel Suburban these first 3 races that we run right now, and then we hook up to the motorhome and we use the Mix-A-Go in that. And there again, across the country, you buy different grades of gasoline, which normally you'll get pinging and problems like that. This also added to the mileage almost 1 mile to the gallon.
So it eliminated the knock and ping that used to kind of drive you crazy?
Right. They kept the plugs cleaner and everything like that.
That's unreal. Now, of course, all this would add up to maybe a more safe, more reliable, more dependable engine.
Correct.
And a piece of equipment to get you where you want to go reliably.
Right.
And economically, because the parts are lasting longer, you're using less fuel and all those kind of things.
Less things to worry about, too.
Fantastic. Well, we really appreciate your support and continue good luck with the use of Bell Additive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron.